you can now walk into a Rolex AD and buy a GMT or Daytona. Maybe, maybe not. We're here to talk about it. But first, I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd, so this is quite a contentious topic. So give your 2 cents down in the comments. And whilst you're down there, why not click that subscribe button? Because only 9% of you are subscribed, so having a few more would be lovely. We're back talking about Rolex prices. It's a subject we like to touch on. Sue us, because it's of interest, okay? It is of interest to many, many people. So last time we talked about Rolex prices, we talked about the big picture. What had happened to them over the course of 5 years and how they'd sort of trended upwards a lot over the last 5 years. So if you want the info on how much more you're paying for a Rolex on the pre-owned market versus 5 years ago, you're still paying 10 to, in some cases, 45% more. 45% more if you're talking about a day date on the pre-owned market, 10% more if you're talking about a GMT-Master or something like that. I'm wanting to talk about what's happening in sort of the shorter term now, what's sort of been happening over the last 6 months. We talked about prices about 6 months ago, but things have changed, and there are some interesting things to talk about regarding some specific models availability. So in the last 3 months, Rolex prices have sort of dropped down from 21,400 on the Rolex price index to just over 21,000, which isn't a massive drop in the grand scheme of things, but even a small change like that over the course of a couple months can actually have a big effect on availability, or can be caused by a big change in availability. What do I mean by availability? Simply put, how long you're going to wait on the registration of interest list, on the Rolex wait list, or how easy it is to walk into a showroom and buy a watch. So actually, for some time now, you've been able to walk into a showroom and, get this, buy a GMT-Master 2. The AD I used to work in actually has something like a root beer, or more often, I think they've had the root beer available, but I know they've definitely had the full Everose available in the window. And when I say the Everose, I mean the full solid gold Everose GMT-Master 2. And you can see that by the pre-owned prices as well. So for context, the full Everose GMT-Master 2 is at retail £37,000. Now, if you're talking about pre-owned price, you can actually pick one up anywhere between £26,000 and £29,000, so just below retail. And that's new for a GMT-Master 2. It was at one time, and I know this from experience, people would walk into showrooms and go, do you have anything that is GMT-Master 2? Anything. Whether it's gold, steel, roller saw, anything. They wanted anything that was GMT-Master 2. So the fact there is now anything that is a GMT-Master 2 available is pretty mental. And the same applies with the root beer, okay? So just to give you some numbers, the root beer is selling RRP at £14,750. Pre-owned, it's actually running literally a couple £100 over that. So you can actually pick one up for £15,095. I've got one here on Chrono24. So it's quickly reaching the point where there is parity. It's not going to happen with the all steel models anytime soon, but the fact it's happening with any GMT-Master 2 model is pretty insane. And now for the insaner part, let's talk Daytona. You're actually able to pick them up. I can't talk about their availability in ADs because I've not seen one in a window, but weirdly, some of the models, particularly the roller saw models, particularly the models on Oyster Flex as well, you can actually now pick up for around or under retail, which is mad. So if you want to talk about the Daytona yellow roller saw with the gold bezel and the white dial, that RRP, £17,800. On the aftermarket though, it's currently £17,995. So for a Daytona, paying literally £195 above market to get it now doesn't seem so bad. I mean, it's pretty ugly Daytona, but that's not the point. It's a Daytona at almost retail. And the full solid yellow gold Daytona on the Oyster Flex with the black ceramic bezel, that is about £28,000 RRP. You can currently pick it up right now for about 2 or 3% over retail at £29,000. Still just over £1,000 over retail in the aftermarket, but it means you're not waiting ages, and it's not a massive premium to pay when you're talking about the overall cost of the watch. Overall, you look at the prices over the last 6 months, you look at what's available in the windows, you look at pre-owned prices versus RRP. Pieces are getting easier to get. I registered at my Rolex AD, one of the local ones, for a Explorer 1, 36mm. I was told it would be about 9 months for the all steel variant. I got a call offering me that watch, the full steel professional Rolex model, 3 weeks later. And if that's not a sign of the way things are trending, how things are looking, I don't know what is. I think it's really, really good news for people who actually want to buy and enjoy these watches. Terry, what's your take on all of this?
Do you reckon you'll be able to buy a Pepsi or Panda anytime soon?
God no, God no. At the moment, this availability, this near price parity is only happening to mixed metal pieces or solid gold pieces. So unless you're looking at spending 15, 20, 30, 35, 40 grand, you're a bit out of luck at the moment. Pepsis, Pandas, reverse Pandas, all of these things, Batmans are still going to stay really hard to get, but still good news. I'm seeing the bright side. So don't expect to walk in and go, "1 Panda, please." And if you want a Pepsi, go to a vending machine. Hey. If you have any comments on what we just talked about, go down below, say what you want to say. And whilst you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video, and why not click that join button? It'd be very, very much appreciated. Become a channel member. And whilst we're on the subject of channel members, thank you very, very much to all of our current ones on screen now. You guys are the absolute best. And to everyone else who's watching this video, you guys are great too, and watch yourselves.